To sound deadening part 2. Welcome back to the madness, guys. Here we go. I put down the second layer of fiber mat. It was a lot easier to work with than the sticky squares. I originally started off with the game plan of doing long squares, long strips, especially over here in the open area, but what ended up happening is one of the sides caved in and it's super sticky. I lost a little bit of material. So with that being said, I elected to go with smaller pieces. Again, I don't have a cutting board area. I used to work in an upholstery shop, so I'm more or less cutting the pieces in the vehicle, outside the vehicle. I actually have a step ladder to get in the vehicle. I took my shoes off when I was inside. Trying to do my best to keep the dirt and grime out anyway. You can see I used a lot of small pieces. It's not the cleanest looking cuts, but you know what? I'm happy with it. Everything's covered. It's there. No one's going to see it. And I'm fine with that. The blue, as I stated, guys, I'm really happy. Pick whatever color you like. Black, red, yellow. I like fun colors, bright colors. That's going to pop a lot, especially this section in the trunk when I get the carpet back on. Let's get you guys a couple more angles. Now, I'm going to talk about the front seat, how to take that off, and the center console here in a second. You can see, again, I used a lot of small pieces. It's just extremely difficult, guys, with again, the H2, a lot of nooks and crannies. This area up here should be a lot easier. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I actually found some prescriptions up front, pretty wild. In regards to the fiber mats I used to get this whole trunk area done, or from this area back, it was 3 of these fiber mats from Resonix. So this is the second layer. We have another layer. I have to order that layer. Let's go to the front, talk about up here, guys. I want to talk about removing these rear seats, or excuse me, the front seats first. So we have, this is an E14, this is an E20, E20, E14. I recommend using a Torx torque wrench. Use a torque wrench to get these off. I actually tried using the drill and it just wasn't working. Plastic comes right off the back, no problem. There wasn't any plastic up here. However, there's a piece of plastic. Where is it at? Here it is. This is in the front. So this was actually broken. So it looks like this is supposed to wrap around, but this is broken on the passenger side as well, so maybe it's common for those to break. This is the wiring harness I want to talk to you guys about. Pull this out, press down, pull back. This is the only wiring harness on the seats. It's the same on both sides. I want to show you guys how disgusting this is. I mean, just again, I've talked about over there how disgusting this is. Found some money. Found some drugs. These are prescription. My brother looked them up online, so that's interesting. So there we go. Look at that. 75 millimeter. We got a dime. What else? We got a quarter. We've got some brown maple syrup. It's caked over there, whatever that is. So found some narcotics, guys. That was unexpected. Oh, this is what it's called. So this is what the whatever this stuff is. So from my understanding, this was like stuff from 20 years ago. What else? Here's information on the white one. I know there's somebody out there who wants to know about what we found. So here we go. This is the tramadol. I have no idea what any of this means, guys. But definitely makes the makes it a little exciting. So I think we're good there. That's the last thing I was expecting to find in here, which is really funny. This piece right here, there was a bolt here and a screw here that comes off. If you have to end up taking this off, from what I remember, I think you have to pull this off, and then there's a couple screws, and there's like a rubber piece here. Tell you the truth, guys, I've been taking this trim off for so long. I don't want to say I forget about it, but I just tell myself I'll worry about it at another time. So, I mean, look at that. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So I want to talk about this center console. Just to give you an idea of what you guys are getting into to get to this far. And all this is going to have to come out. I have no idea how I'm going to do it just yet. So let's start from the top and work our way down. So from what I remember, this isn't 100%, okay, to take this center console out. So this is more of a rough guideline. It is a rough guideline. Up top, see those like clips? There's like some press-in clips. When you're taking this off, there's some clips up, or screws up top. And from what I remember, there's some screws down here, and you got to get on some really funky angles. You get all that off, and you can pop that off. Okay, good. All right. When it comes to this bin up top, you know, so you're looking in the center console. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can pull that out. Now you can see I put some tape on the back because I had my DVD player in there at one point. Okay. This is another piece inside. Beneath that center console I just showed you is this metal piece. I'm going to spray paint this. Why not? So you got some screws up top. Okay. You got some clips. I want you guys to notice that clip. That's important. Notice how that's on there. It's got that flat angle. It's going to make sense in a minute. So this piece right here in the top right, that actually, there's like a little hook spot. Anyway, I took that off. This piece right here, this is your vent. I took this off. So actually it goes like this. You get the center console off, it's going to be like right like here. You can see right there what it's going to be like. Again, this thing's filled with dirt and grime for 20 years. Clean that. This thing was held on by, again, super dirty and dusty. Just blowing dust inside. It was like, how was this like? This piece is like that inside. You clip it and you're eventually able to pull it out the back. Okay. So let me come in here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is just absolutely disgusting. I have no idea what that is. All right. Okay. To take this shifter knob off, behind is a funky, it's like a funky bit. I think it's actually like a Torx bit or something. So you have to loosen that off. Then you can pull this up. Okay. And that's what the shifter looks like when you get it off. When you press this down, you can engage the vehicle. Double check on the dashboard. You put it back in park. When you take that trim off right there, you're gonna have to put the vehicle in neutral. Neutral, put your foot on the brake. And the big piece, like if you guys have seen with me, at that big carbon fiber trim, that's how you'll get that off. And there's a bunch of screws up top. I think it's like a Torx 10 or Torx 15 bit. Take all those off, but just take your time with this, guys. Don't be in a rush. Some other things, that clip that I showed you, remember I said how it's like flat? There's clips that like, that's what that was laying. It's like held in on the side. There's another one up here. So those light bulbs, these light bulbs go beneath right there, okay, and they light that up. These twist off, so when you're working on them, that's how they twist off. What else do we got? Taking off that back, again, that's the cigarette outlighter. This thing, from what I remember, this is a pain, this like blue thing. You gotta pull this down. Just take your time with this, guys. It can be a real pain, it can be annoying. Dealing with some of those clips, there's gonna be little clips like held into like the metal. All right, use a pair of these, just kind of clamp it and then push out. That's about it, guys. I know it's not 100% tutorial, but you know what, for me, if you are someone out there working on your H2 and you're trying to undertake this project, the best way that I have learned is just watching videos and just getting an idea of what you're getting yourself into. For example, I showed you guys what this looks like. All right, I'm not saying what I'm doing is 100% perfect or correct. I'm not perfect on everything, but what I am trying to do is put you guys in a position where, okay, you guys can watch my video and you can see what's going on. You can try to get an idea of what I've taken off, get an idea what the parts look like, what you're working on. And that's why I sometimes keep talking these videos, because I want to get as many angles for you guys as I can, so that, hey, when you get to this point, you can say, okay, I've seen this before. You're not going in blind. So even though my video is not 100% perfect, you can watch the vid and you can get an idea of what's going on. So that being said, if you guys want other angles, let me know. Pro tip, I recommend having some plastic baggies. Just put all the screws in baggies. It's a good thing to do. Look at all that. I mean, just absolutely disgusting. Wow, you can see through the frame, through that hole. That's interesting. Oh, look at that. It's different. So I was wondering why those have rust on them. So those go through the frame. What else? Taking this, what is this, B-pillar off? There's a little clip, you take that off. Once you get that off, there's like it's up here. It's like a T10 or T15. I actually think you can get away with like a 8mm. Take that off, and the whole thing actually came right off, surprisingly. Run this wire back around, and that's the same on that side as well. So front seats off, guys, and from here on out, we're not stopping until the sound deadening is done. So again, if you made it this far, thanks for watching and good luck on your project.